Who do you reckon that is?
I don't know. Clipboard looks all official, doesn't it? Won't be a minute, Kev.
Yeah.
Do you know Evelyn Plummer? I found your name written on a bit of paper at hers earlier and looked up your address.
Well, yeah, I do. I'm a grandson.
Oh, really? She's never mentioned you.
We only met yesterday.
Yeah, can I ask what you're doing here anyway? Has something happened to her?
She's fighting fit as usual.
More fighting than fit, I bet.
Indeed. I'll get right to the point. Evelyn's being evicted, and as her housing support officer...
Why?
Oh, a list of complaints as long as my arm, and both your arms. Noise, property damage, harassment.
Well, look, if her house isn't up to scratch, then that's...
Sorry, no, not her complaints. Complaints about her from her neighbours.
Well, I'm not going to pretend I'm shocked.
I was wondering if you'd be able to offer her a place to stay. Just temporarily. She's on the list for a new house, but she refuses to be separated from her dog, which makes things tricky. I'm leaving my position soon, and I'd really like to sort this before I go.
When does she have to move out?
Today.
Here we are. It's a lovely little street, isn't it?
Well, it's full of someone else's tat. I'm not expected to house share with students, am I?
Of course not. We'll chat about that later. I think you'd be really happy here.
Call Emily Atwood, psychotherapist.
I saw Mrs. Byron between 2011 and 2015.
And were you aware of the accusations regarding her brother?
Mrs. Byron experienced a brief incestuous relationship with her brother.
You can say that quite confidently.
We're not talking about some controversial recovered memory situation here. Anna was a teenager.
Was this brief relationship something that informed your work with Mrs. Byron?
Incest is arguably the greatest social taboo of all. It brings a whole range of challenges to the therapist's door. Attachment can become problematic, and then really a range of post-traumatic conditions, anxiety, depression.
Was Mrs. Byron showing signs of any of the conditions you outlined?
I would say all of them, to different degrees.
Do you believe Mrs. Byron might have been suicidal?
Not when I was seeing her, no. But I hadn't seen her for a year before she died.
You see, it was you. You were a drunk.
Did that let you off the hook?
You met the Wendy's?
I'm anxiety, she's depressive thoughts.
Jean's told us all about you.
Is that right?
I'm sorry your friend got murdered.
Oh, I almost forgot! Wendy. It's a Jean rose. And an Oliver rose. For your allotments.
Did you see that picture of his wife? I'd never let my Bobby get away with that.
We won't take up any more of your time.
I do hope you sort your differences out. You're a lovely couple.
Cheerio.
I'm very sorry to have to ask this, but do you know of any reason your husband might have left through choice?
No. Our marriage is fine. We have our stresses, but who doesn't? Look, I've got his diary from his office. There's people waiting to see him, and his car is there.
Are you sure he isn't...
What? Do you mean having an affair?
Yes.
I trust my husband. So please, just find him. He's in trouble, I know. Just find him, please.
You're right.
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah.
My husband just left me.
Love, at least give that a rinse.